Hello everyone, welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. These will be the weekend energies for the weekend of March 26th, 27th, and 28th as we roll into Aries season. So I'm going to do all the signs starting from Aries. So happy birthday Aries. And I'm going to put a timestamp in the description box below. And here we go. I'm going to start with Aries. So Aries. Happy birthday again, and your energies for the weekend of March 26th. So we have for you card number 17, Infinite Blessings. Wow, I think this is one of the best cards in the deck. So whether maybe you are a Aries from April, your birthday is on the 17th or 8th of April, if we reduce that 17 to 8. So regardless, you have a lot of good blessings coming your way this weekend. Oops, your Dixit card is the card of, I associate this card with sometimes strength. And basically you have this violinist who is putting to sleep this dragon. So it's kind of taming of the beast. So anyways, you have this charisma about you that you're able to stop things from happening, things that could be harmful. But anyways, you have the right essence this weekend. So infinite blessings for you, my dear. So let's move on to tarot for Aries for the weekend of March 26th. And here we have the Seven of Wands, which is standing up for yourself. Your values, your virtues, and defending them. Then you have the Nine of Swords, which could spell for worries. And then we have, okay, I'll take all of them. Okay, so we have, like I said, the Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and then the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so you're standing up for yourself. I'm going to take a little swig of my coffee, if you don't mind. You're standing up for yourself. This is the card of Leo. What you believe in, what you truly value in life. And you're doing that because you've had some worries. You've had some instances where, you were concerned about the situation, whatever situation that is. You need to put that to rest. So, the beast here that we said that you magically, with your violin, put him to sleep. You're going to magically do this. You're going to put your worries to sleep. You're going to take on the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, which is one of complete evaluation of the situation from A to Z. You're going to cross all of the T's and dot all the I's. And then once you're 100% certain of where you need to go, how you need to go, you're going to start moving in that direction. Okay, but you do need to do that analysis beforehand, before taking action on this. So probably the blessings come from either you becoming illuminated and able to now put those worries to rest so you can act up on them. And I think it has to do with your work, because we have here the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about traditions. It could also represent higher learnings. It could represent corporations. For me anyways, like, the organization, corporate organization. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity comes to you. That actually drives you to now further, if I were to pull more cards, to do something with this opportunity. So here with the Lenormand, we have the clouds, and the cloud spells for things being confused. And then we have a message coming in, and the message is most likely about institutions. It's the Tower card. The Tower in this deck is about institutions, organizations. It could also mean being alone, but I don't see that in this situation here. Although we only see one person all the time on all cards. well, it is something about you being alone, of course, but I mean, it could be related to your work, or it could be something that you are putting finally to rest some worries that you've had. And you're going to do the exercise of analyzing all of this. And somehow through all this process, you are blessed because you're able to do this. And like I said, this is kind of like a magical spell you're putting, and probably on yourself, on your thoughts, on your worries, to be able to do the exercise after you've had the communications. And then that's going to open up your world for new opportunities. All right, Aries, I hope you like this. So see you next weekend. Hello, Taurus. So for the weekend of March 26th, your card from the Whispers of Nature is going to be Open Your Heart, and it's card number 10. So it looks like you need to open your heart to be maybe receiving love, because you have this white swan that is basically hugging you. So possibly that's the message for you for this weekend. Card number 10, open your heart. Maybe you're putting an end to something, and you're now ready for something new, okay? Because 10s are usually associated with endings. And if we look at Major Arcana, 10 is also the Wheel of Fortune, so getting on the wheel and, yeah, starting something or moving along. And then from Dixit, we have this factory that takes on sheep, and it turns them into clouds. So whatever that could mean for you, from what I see so far, I don't see a correlation with open your heart. But evidently, all of this is happening within the body of this machine. There's also time on this, and the time is about 2:50, let's say. So maybe that means something to you, 2:50. So I'll leave it there for now. We'll see how that all ties in with the tarot. So for Taurus, weekend of March 26th. Okay, some cards flipped. I'll take them. We have the Lover's card. So the Lover's card speaks of new passion, like a new lover, or it could simply mean you have a choice to make. It could also be related to a Gemini. Okay, we'll take these two. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. So we talked about making a choice or meeting someone new. A lover comes into your life. Maybe that's why you need to open your heart. Or now that I see this card here of the Three of Pentacles, I see this as the teamwork card. So you're collaborating with others. You're embarking on a new project where you're discussing the plans and something to make something. So maybe this is where this all ties in. That, you know, you have three on this card. You have three sheep, three people. Here we have three entities as well. On this card, open your heart. There's only two, but there's a lot of threes here. In essence, that could spell for expansion. So whatever you're going to be doing this weekend, keep an open mind, keep an open heart. You may have to make a choice. You're going to collaborate with people on a project of some kind. And then we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is about taking a break, not coming to a conclusion. You're protecting your heart. You're being over-guarded. And that's probably where this ties in, is it's telling you to open your heart. So get rid of those two swords to keep your heart flowing with energy. Because on this card, as you know, she's holding those two swords crisscrossed to her heart. So open your heart so that you can have new possibilities. We have the Ship from Lenormand, and that spells for traveling or long distance or separation. We have the Mice, which is stress and worries. And then we have Bear, it's work, financial. So this is related to work, definitely. So you know what? I think you may be asked to maybe travel, work abroad, or work somewhere far away from your home. It's going to cause you worries, most likely if you're involved with someone already and you need to leave them for some time. to go do a job somewhere. But, you know, ultimately it's good for your finances if you do. And yeah, something to do with work. All right, I hope you like this, Taurus. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. All right, Gemini, for the weekend of March 26th, your card is going to be this one. And this card says, be gentle with yourself, card number 33. So maybe you need to do a little bit of self-love this weekend. Don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, here's the lady with the mask. You probably have been wearing a mask for a while, or you're hiding behind a mask because you're afraid of showing your true colors. But I do see on here that the mask is actually kind of like a bad face. If you look at it, the red part, it's kind of like a monster face, whereas before, underneath, the true you is someone beautiful, and you need to let that shine. And yeah, so clearly just do you, and make sure that you're not so hard on yourself. Maybe you need to put that mask on so that you are not vulnerable. You don't feel vulnerable. And sometimes it's not bad to be vulnerable, especially if you're vulnerable with yourself. You open up your heart to yourself to take care of your hurts, your disappointments. You have the Hangman, and then you have the Death. Yes, so you're actually going to be taking some downtime. You're going to be looking at things from a different perspective by taking the Hangman's position. You're going to get illuminated, and once that happens, definitely some change is going to occur in your life. And look, you're putting to rest some stress, some worries. You have the Six of Swords, so basically you're going to a much better place. We have the card of abundance and the letter. So it could be abundantly coming in terms of texts, letters and messages, emails kind of thing. Or it could be messages about your work, your money. But ultimately the outcome, or the other card that came out, is the bouquet, which means beautiful or good or a gift. So you're having the outcome of all of this. The bottom line is maybe you're going to start journaling. Maybe that's why the messages are there, because if you're spending a lot of time doing some introspection, you're going to be probably journaling, writing down in your journal, your diary. But the outcome is beautiful. It's something that's going to make you feel good. And we see that here as well. All right, I'm going to leave it at that with you, Gemini. We'll see you next weekend. Hello, Cancer. So your card for the weekend of March 26th will be this one. And it says, it's card number 42. It says, let love be your beacon. Okay, so, I mean, naturally, you are a very loving person. There's a lot of butterflies on here, or moths. Moths are kind of like butterfly, but they're nighttime creatures. But regardless, there's some transformation happening, and it's asking you to let your love, or let love around you, be your beacon of light. And card 42, that would be 6. If we reduce that, and 6 is the Lover's card. So possibly someone coming into your life this weekend that's someone that you truly love. Could be a family member, or even it could be yourself. Because what we see here is the angel, or the person looking in a glass, and her reflection, what she sees is herself, but plus she has a halo around her head. So you're being a saint, you're being an angel, you're being good. So yeah, I think maybe this could be self-love, or it could be love that you're going to provide to someone else over the weekend. If not in a partnership, like a spouse type scenario, it could be with a child, or family members, or a best friend, whatever, right? Whatever fits for you. We have the Knight of Wands, then we have the 5 of Cups. Then we have, okay, I'll take those two. So we have the Tower and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so something is happening. So obviously, And I don't usually read the Knight of Wands as the player card, but in this context, I will read it as the player card. I think you've been dealing with someone that's been in and out, hiding things, because there's the pyramids on here, so mystery to this person, and you're tired of this. You're tired of this, and you want this to end. The Tower comes in, does something on the weekend where you start loving yourself. Let love be your beacon. You're now going to start loving yourself and get rid of that energy. The Ten of Swords is again similar to that. You've been betrayed. It's the ending. You're putting an end to all of that. And then the sunrise is going to rise. At the horizon, the sun is rising. So, yeah, you're cutting something out. We have the scythe. You're cutting possibly that person. And then we have the mountain, because the mountain speaks of obstacles and delays. But I think in this context, it's more obstacles. You're cutting the obstacles out of your life. And you're taking a new path, card number 22. You're going on a different path. I really like this for you, Cancer. So there's some changes happening this weekend. And I think for some of you, you're going to love yourself. And you're going to get rid of what is toxic in your life. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. And all the best to you this weekend, Cancer. Bye-bye. Hello, Leo, for March 26th. Here's the card for your weekend energies. We have Be Gentle with Yourself, card number 33. I just got the same card with, I think, for Cancer. Yeah. And that's even after shuffling the deck. Okay, so be gentle with yourself. And I have the card here of soulmates. So we'll see what happens with that. Just pull some more cards. Oops. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the World. And I'm going to pick another card. For Leo. Okay, a couple more came out. So we have the Magician and we have the Knight of Swords. So, so something new, tangible is coming your way. And then we have the World, which helps to anchor or start something new. Okay, so it opens the door for something new in your life, Leo. And then you start manifesting this change, or what it is that you want, most likely having to do with a soulmate. And then you're going to be very, very quick in your behavior and your action following that event or that new opportunity that comes your way on the weekend. We have the Snake, which is toxic, or it could be shedding a new skin. We have the Burden card, which is the Cross, which also represents sacrifices. Or it could be, and I guess I'll take all of them. It could also be related to religion. And this weekend, the 26th, is the start of the Holy Week for Christians. Or Catholics, at least. So after that, we have the Messenger, we have the Clouds, and then we have the Fox. And to me, this Messenger, usually the Messenger is a delivery, or it's someone coming for a visit. It's not someone that comes from very far. It could be someone from, local, a local friend or a family coming for a visit. And it's going to cause some confusion, okay? Because the Clouds is about confusion. Anything on the left of the card, is confusion. So at the moment, you may be feeling somehow toxic. You may have some toxicity around you in your life, where you need to shed that skin and embark into something different. Make some sacrifices along the way. There may be someone that comes around you on the weekend, or at least shares some knowledge with you on the weekend. That could have been confusing in some way. All of this was confusing. It's difficult to deal with. But after that, after the confusion is over, then you can now become sly, clever. The card of the fox is also related to work. I don't see this as a work opportunity here. I mean, work related reading, I should say. So I will take the energy of it being, you will now have the tools in the deck, like the magician, right? To now be able to take action, because you're going to be smart about it. You're going to be wise. You're going to be clever, right? And foxes could also be somewhat manipulative. You could also think that the magician is manipulating, but I don't believe you're going to be manipulating anyone. I think if you're going to be manipulating anything, is you're going to turn like lemonade. You're going to turn lemons into lemonade due to a bad situation. So by not being too hard on yourself, you're going to be able to expand. This new opportunity is going to come in and start a new cycle where you're going to manifest this change. And then you're going to be talking about it and taking very swift action on it. Clouds, there's a lot of clouds, and we have the clouds. Clouds are shapeshifters. They're quick. They're not in the same shape for more than seconds. So honestly, this is all going to happen very quickly. I'm going to leave it at that, Leo. So you enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next weekend. Bye-bye. Hello, Virgo. So for the weekend of March 26th, here's your card. We have card number 16, Inner Truths. So you may be you're maybe doing some soul searching within yourself to get some inner truths. 16 is also related to the Tower card in Tarot. And if you reduce that further to 7, that's the Chariot. And that's like, once you've had that clarity of mind, those inner truths, you're able to get onto that Chariot and move ahead. So let's pick this card here. And it looks like you have this Siamese twin on this card. One is holding a letter, and the other one is wanting to see the letter. And you can tell by the expression on their faces that the one holding the letter high and very far out of reach from the other person, that she's very happy, and the other one is sad, right? So I'll show you the card. Maybe what's going on in your mind is you are tormented within yourself, Virgo. The angel and devil on your shoulders, right, kind of thing. You may be needing to do some inner truth searching, inner light searching. And here we have 2 paths as well. We see in this card, there's like this path and this path. You may have to make a choice as to where you're going to be going with something. So you need to do some inner searching, because that letter is actually closed, right? It's in an envelope, so you can't see the message. All right, so let's go with tarot now and see what tarot has to give for Virgo. Okay, we have the Sun, the 4 of Swords, and then we have the 5 of Cups. And then, hold on, I got to pause the video. Apologize for that, Virgo. I was interrupted by my dad. But anyways, my parents live with me. So having said that, you got the Sun, which is a Leo card. Then you've got the 4 of Swords, which is a Libra card. But it's a card about taking a rest, right? Maybe a mental rest. So you get some illumination. What I like about the Sun is the Sun shines on everything, makes everything energetic, makes everything bright and shiny. So it clears. It will allow you to get that illumination. And after you've had that illumination, you will be taking a pause, a rest. Okay, and then I think what you're going to start seeing is possibility of being somewhat feeling guilty, feeling disappointed, worried about the past, focusing on that. You're going to be hard on yourself probably. But then what's good is after you've done that, you turn around and you take action. You're the Five of Swords. You're going to decide that you're going to win. You're going to get out of this situation. You're going to get out. You're going to win. And it's good. You're focusing on your needs, basically, to get out of that energy, okay? So the inner truths basically reveal to you what you probably already knew. You just didn't want to confront them. But the sun comes around, and the sun is an optimistic card, so it comes around and will help you see properly. And then you're just going to take a break. You know, sometimes when we reveal truths to ourselves, it's hard to take care of that, right? It's hard to accept that. The Lenormand, we have the Child, which means something new or something small. We have the Key, which is the answer, the solution. And then we have a Man. So possibly this is about a man or a relationship in your life. If you're a male and you're with a female, just associate the card of the male to a female. But clearly there is some answer coming to you this weekend. That's going to probably be a hard pill to swallow at first. But once you've analyzed it and you've dealt with it in your mind, you're going to actually keep fighting. You're going to fight for your right. And it's a good thing to do, okay? So you're going to get out of that energy. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that for you, my dear Virgos, and good luck for the weekend. We'll talk to you next weekend. Hello, Libra. So your card for the weekend of March 26th is going to be this card. All right, so we have Laughter, card number 47. And if we reduce 47, that's 11. And 11 is your card. It's Justice. And 11 reduced further is number 2, which is the High Priestess. And there's 2 people on this card. There's 2 people, a child, they're childlike anyways. So there's a boy and a girl, and they're both on horses, separate horses, and they are clearly having a joyful time. So Laughter, Libra. And here we have this puppeteer guy holding on to a puppet. And you have other puppets that are kind of lined up or looking at this. And there's no expression of happiness or anything like that. But it's more like they feel like what's going on, like inquisitive kind of thing. So maybe you feel like you have been a puppet, you've been played, and you need to get out of that energy. And maybe how to get out of that energy is through laughter, doing something fun, maybe with someone that's, a good friend of yours or family member. All right, so let's see what Tarot has to say for you, Libra. Yeah, it's a friend. And, this is typically the soulmate card or reminiscing about the past. Okay, I'm going to take all of these cards. All right, so here we go. So you have the 6 of Cups. Like I said, the soulmate card or reminiscing about the past. We have the Death card, which is Scorpio. It's the ending of something and the start of something new. We have the 9 of Swords, the Worries card, what keeps you up at night. Lots of thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. We have the Strength card, which is the Leo card. And then we have the 6 of Swords, which is going to a better place. So to me, it feels like you perhaps, like I said, you felt like a puppet. And most likely with someone from the past. And there's an end to all of that and an end to the worries, where you're most likely going to gain some strength and courage to be able to move on. Simply move on. All right. And if we look at the different signs on the table, we have Scorpio, we have Leo, we have Gemini, and we also have Aquarius. But it could be any sign, right? So what does Lenormand have to tell you, Libra, for the weekend? We have the scythe, which is cutting something out, yes. And then you have the tree, which is your roots, your stability. It could be something that you're cutting out for improving your health. And then we have the garden. The garden is about associations, events, gatherings, meetings. Maybe you're going to a specific gathering on the weekend. And through that, maybe the gathering is about, maybe it's a meeting, it's a gathering, and it's something to do for your health, that it helps you cut out something like a bad habit, for example. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, Libra, and whatever. It's difficult to try to make it fit with everybody, but there's a situation here where you need to make sure that you laugh on the weekend, enjoy yourself, because you may have felt kind of stuck, you know, like bound. Like this could almost look like the Eight of Swords, being tied up, confined, you know, and well, being a puppet is not always ideal, but pertaining to the past, maybe someone from the past, there's a change to that. Your worries are going to dissipate, and then you're going to have the courage and the energy to confront, make some changes in your life, which are going to bring you to a much better place in your mind. Or it could be an actual move, you're moving. But I see it more as a mental state here. And, you know, here with the Lenormand, we have cutting something out that's most likely related to your health. And you're going to be attending some kind of event, maybe pertaining to that, some gathering pertaining to that. Or maybe it's through an event, people getting together, that you're going to be able to take action on cutting something out that's going to improve your health. All right, Libra, you have a good one. Take care.